Come on. Come on. This YouTube thing.
Now connected to MSI. Now connected to MSI.
One, two, 1, 2. Hope you can hear me. Let's get right into the breakdown. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. I think everything should be good now. Give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Okay. I can do live chats. What's going on? 1 second, guys. 1 second. Can do live chats. What's going on? 1 second, guys. 1 second. I think we should be good now. Add stream maker. I hope you guys can hear me. Hello. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you guys hear me? Let me see how the YouTube is looking. Yeah, first time doing this, so bear with me. first time doing this, so bear with me. First time doing this, so bear with me.
Hope so. Let me just wait for other people to join.
Now connected to MSI.
Alright guys, I hope you can hear me. Hope you can see my screen and everything. Hope you can see, hope you can see. Alright guys, I hope you can hear me. Hope you can see my screen and everything. Hope you can see, hope you can see. The light or dark now? Dark. It's a new day. Drop in the chat if you can see my screen. Yeah, sorry about the delay guys. The light or dark now? Dark. It's a new day. I'll wait for people to join. Um, all right then. Drop it in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, bet. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, nice. Okay. Uh, okay. Now let's start with welcome to first of all, thank you for joining, and this will be my first live stream, which I've never done before, so I'm kind of excited. So let's get right into it. And yeah, first and foremost, my name is Jordan, but I'm known as Dream Chaser on Instagram, on Discord, and on other social media platforms. And I'm a 21 year old day trader that's trying to make millions. But anyway, um, and yeah, today I'll be doing a live breakdown on a couple of pairs, and then other pairs and also other pairs that you guys want me to break down also. But I'll firstly break down the pairs that I'm looking at, and then the pair I normally trade. So yeah, which is gonna be GBP JPY, which a lot of people um, I'm known of, and XAU as well. With XAU, I don't really trade it that much. I used to trade GJ, and GU, but I ended up eliminating that due to personal reasons. But it is what it is. And yeah, I just had to switch and then do switch it to gold since I used to trade gold and gold was doing all right. But I got to a point where it became something else. So I had to also eliminate that and just focus on GJ. But there's one thing I've realized that trading one pair is, in a way, it is good because you know how the movement, you know how that pair moves, and you know, your set criteria on whatever setup you have. That is gonna, I mean, if you do see your setup on one asset, it keeps on repeating itself over and over again, and you do see the same pattern, if I should say. And yeah, so let's get right into it now. On GJ, when we start on the daily time frame, okay, when we start on a daily time frame, actually, let's do a whole top down. Okay, now let's start with, let's say, the monthly. Okay, now on the monthly time frame, as you can see with GJ, we have been bearish for years now. Okay, but when we look at this current price action that we have over here, okay, we have this 6 month area of supply that price tapped into. That was years ago. And price ended up breaking structure to the downside, which was our monthly break of structure, as you can see. And we had a pullback, and then we had a pull down, okay, which, yes, it did break. And then price ended up rallying up ever since back in 2015. And then we did tap into this area of supply, which honestly, I don't know how I should mark it. I don't know if I should mark it as a monthly or a weekly. But I just marked an area of supply, which, as you can see, price tapped into. So now, after price tapping into this area of supply, okay, since price is trending lower, okay, now price is giving us a low, a lower high, a lower low, as you can see, and price gave us another lower high into this area of supply, okay, and price ended up giving us this low, okay. Now when we look at this structure right here, as you can see, price failed to take out this low right here, and since price failed to take out this low and then we are having this pullback, then it's most likely this supply is not going to hold, and then we're going to keep on rallying up. So in a way, it's more of price holding this area of demand and price giving us maybe a potential higher high taking out this guy, okay, which is going to take time, obviously. And yeah, so as of now, um we more of a pullback phase, but at the same time more of a change in trend. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but now after price filling this guy, okay, we had we had this low, we had a lower high into this area of supply, as you can see. So we can mark the supply over here, and then we had this low, taking out this low, which was more of a liquidation, and price ended up rallying up. Okay, so now after price rallying up, now let's go to the weekly. So on the weekly, as you can see, we bullish, and at the moment we don't really see much. So now let's go to the daily time frame, and let's break down the current price action that we have over here. Since we know that this whole phase is more of a pullback and potentially more of a change in trend to the upside in the higher time frames basically. And yeah, so when we look at this current structure, okay, now we have, this is more of a consolidation phase when you look at it, okay. Now after price, and since we're in a consolidation phase, is a bit hard to read, but at the same time, if you're working with a higher time frame, you could still, maneuver what price could potentially do, and since this is a whole pullback phase which is going up into an area of supply, then I mean we kind of counter trending into that supply, and hope maybe it could hold and then drop. Okay, now when we look at a daily time frame, okay, when we look at this price action, we had um this whole liquidity, so this whole level, as you can see, with this whole drop, we took out all this liquidity sitting right over here, and price ended up rallying up to the upside. Okay, now after price rallying up, we had this low, we had this high, sorry, put it in this low, and after price giving us this low, price ended up breaking the high. So as you can see, this will be more of a daily break of structure, or you could mark it as a daily change of character. It's all up to you. Now after price breaking this structure right here, we had a pullback into this area of demand on the daily time frame, as you can see. And ever since, price held the area of demand and price went to the upside. Okay, now there's a trade that I took, which I actually made a breakdown video about it, and this was literally on the daily time frame, which I could still break it down before we do the actual what I'm looking at potentially. So when you go to the 2-day time frame, okay, as you can see, this is a nice, actually 3-day, okay. This is a nice sell to buy, breaking this guy, but this was more of a liquidity grab because price didn't fully break. It was more of like it kind of took the high a little bit, and price ended up dropping. And yeah, so price tapped into this 3-day area of demand, which was more of a day. I just marked it as a daily because this is the last sell to buy, giving us that expansion. And now, after price tapping into this demand, okay, we went to the 4-hour time. When we look at the 4-hour time frame, okay, I actually marked out. So let me replay price. Okay, now after price tapping into this guy, okay, I marked this area of supply, since it was just like a minor tap, because price could just, sometimes price could tap into a zone and then give us a reaction and then come deeply into the zone before going up or before going lower. Same thing applies to sales as well. So we had the first tap, and I was like, okay, we have this area of demand, which is a refined zone on the 4-hour, as you can see, which price could tap into and then go higher. Okay, now in this case, since we had a initial tap, okay, obviously we need to take out this guy. We need to fill supply for demand to be in control, right? So this is when supply to demand flip comes in, which, yeah, I also trade. It's the same thing. It's more of trading support and resistance, and yeah, key zones, all of that. So it's still the same thing, but this is more of supply and demand concept or smart money concept. Okay, now we had this initial tap, and then um, as you can see, price tapped into the zone, but price tapped into the zone during Asia session, which I don't trade Asia, so I completely erased the whole scenario, and I wanted to see if price is going to trade lower. And if price was able to trade lower, and then probably we tapped into this guy during the London or New York, I could have wait for a confirmation based on this guy. So based on this area of demand, and then wait for confirmation to take it higher. But this is a case where price ended up failing the supply. Okay, now in this case, since we failed supply, as you can see, now demand should be in control then. And we actually broke the 15-minute structure, which is this high right here. So when I go to the 15, you're gonna see this is an actual high, low, which eventually price took out the high, which will be a change of character, of course. Now, in this case, this could be a swap zone that you could enter from, okay? But with me, I entered it differently, okay? Now, price was holding this area of supply, which a lot of people were trying to sell, which is totally understandable because when you raise this area of demand, this will be more of a break of structure, okay? Which a lot of people will wait for price to tap into the extreme zone and look for sells, which is totally understandable. But this is a case where a higher time frame, this is a case where price is trending bullish at this point, slash price is holding an area of demand, and we filled the first supply. So since price failed the first supply, then we should be going lower. The reason being this supply failed and I wasn't interested in this is because this whole area of supply was holding this guy right here. So when I zoom in, we had the first initial tap, we had the retracement, and then price ended up taking out the high, and then boom, we went to the downside. So we should pull back into the new supply, taking out this low to continue down. But this is a case where price was holding a higher time frame area of demand that failed supply. Then as you can see, if price failed supply, then we should pull back into an area of demand if price does present as one, and then take it higher. Okay, now in this case, let me erase this. You could have entered based on this because price tapped into the zone nicely and boom, price ended up going higher. Okay, but I entered this differently. Okay, now when I replay price to hold on guys. No. Okay, now I'm gonna take price back, and obviously we failed supply, so demand should be in control. Then I wasn't really pay attention. I wasn't really worried about this supply because I knew price was gonna fail anyway, since high time frame is bullish. Secondly, we are holding off an area of demand on the higher time frame. Price failed the supply, broke structure on the 15, and then yeah, we should look to counter trend. Now I'm gonna erase this, and this the whole setup was on a 1 hour. Okay, now this whole 1 hour setup was on this area of demand. Reason being is because price broke structure. So this is the whole full body candle that price broke. Okay, and we had a pullback phase. Let me refine this properly. We had a pullback phase, and then we had another break. We had another pullback, failing to tapping into this area of demand, and price ended up rallying higher. Okay, so what I was looking out for was, when you look at this whole when you look at all of this, you can see these are all efficient price. Okay, and this is the last area of demand that price didn't tap into. Okay, now as you can see, I didn't mark this as an inducement, which is right over here. And what I wanted to see is price to tap into this guy and then buy. That was pretty much it. Okay, but this is what happened. Okay, let me play price. So I'm gonna put my Asian session on, and I'll play price, and boom, we did fill the demand. Cool. So what I was seeing is when I was seeing at the time was, okay, we filled demand. That's fine. Now, what can price potentially do? Now, we tapped into the 4 hour zone. Okay, we took out this guy, which I know a lot of people mark this as a change of character. Okay, change of character on the 15. Okay, and price will, a lot of people will look to wait for a pullback into the supply to sell off. But from the way I was looking at things, I marked this as also a liquidity grab, which price could potentially go higher. And at the same time, it does align with this swap zone, which was on the 4 hour as I showed you. But I just marked it as a liquidity grab for price to keep on going higher to take out the Asian high. Since price took out the Asian low during during pre-London, gave us the first impulsive move, and then price ended up going higher. Now, after this, I went straight to the 1 minute. So let me mark this as my inducement or liquidity grab. And yeah, as I showed you in the video, same thing. So we took out liquidity, as you can see, and after price taking out liquidity, we had a pullback into this area of supply. Okay, now after price holding this area of supply, I mean, potentially price could go lower to take out this low. Okay, but this is what happened. Okay, I wanted to see price to fill this supply, come into a demand, and then buy. Same thing, aligning from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So we have a protected low. So we had a lower high, lower low, lower high into this guy to potentially give us a lower low. But since we took out liquidity and then we are still bullish on a higher time frame, I like price to take out this guy, pull back into an area of demand, and then buy. So this is what happened. We took out the high. Okay, now since we failed to apply, then demand should be in control. And this is the last sell to buy that you could have entered from on the 1 minute, or you could have gone to the 2 minute, if I should say, or 3. Let me see how the 3 is looking. Okay, you could have taken this whole zone, but I was on the 1 minute at a time, so I just took the last sell to buy on the 1 minute, and I entered based on this guy. Okay, I had a 14 pip stop loss, and I was targeting the extreme high, which is the swing high that we have over here, which was a potential what? It was a 16-hour trade, and no, this is, let me go to the 15. Okay, go to these highs, and then yeah, that was pretty much it. Pretty much it, man. So now let's go to the 15 minute. Actually, let's go to the 1 minute first and play price real quick. And we had the first tap, and then boom. Ever since, price never pulled back down into the zone, and then yeah, we ended up smashing TP. Now let me fast forward this. Give me 1 second. Never pulled back down into the zone, and then boom, there you have it. Okay, we are almost there. We are almost there. So as I said in the video, I think I closed around 240, which was around here. But price ended up taking out the 4 hour high, which was the swing high at the same time. And then yeah, so price ended up fulfilling the high. Now back to the breakdown. Okay, now let's take price to where it is now. So this was the whole breakdown video. I mean, the whole trade that I took last week. And now let's get to the breakdown. Now, on the breakdown, okay, when we go to the daily time frame, now we have our break of structure, our swing high being broken, okay? Now, we have this low, and then we have this high to be working with. Okay, so let me erase this whole thing. Oh, my bad, guys. Okay, now since high time frame, the area of demand is bullish, we had a pullback up. I mean, we had a retracement to the area of demand, and then we had a break of structure to the upside. Now, daily time frame, as you can see, this is the last. I'm still looking to counter trend. Price is still bullish in my opinion. So we have this sell to buy breaking structure over here. So I'll be marking this area of demand. I'll be really interested into this area of demand on the daily time frame, and I will be looking for a confirmation based on this guy, okay, to take it higher. Now we have another refined zone on the 4 hour, as you can see, which price could give us a reaction to take it higher, or we could come into this area of demand, which is this whole sell to buy, which we can also mark as well, but I'll mark it from the tip of the body to the wick, which can also hold. So I'm really interested into this zone to continue buying into this higher time frame area of supply since we are still bullish. That is all I'm looking at. However, if price does something like this, okay, so we could take out this low, maybe price could pull back and then come back into tap into the initial zone, which is on the daily. Okay, now we could have a first initial tap and then price could give us, a reaction. Okay, this is where a lot of people go wrong. So on a lower time frame, we might see a change of character. Okay, to the upside, wait for a pullback to an area of demand and then buy, which is pretty, it's pretty obvious. But when you go to the lower time frame, let's say on the 15-minute, you have to be working with the, you're working in the pullback phase into the zone. So you could work with the 15-minute high and the 15-minute low. If price decides to take out the 15-minute high and then give us an extra break of structure to the upside, then price could pull back down into an area of demand. Or if price is pulling back up into, let's say, an area of supply, as I said, and then it does hold, price could potentially go down, tap into the zone, and then go back up again. So this could be more of a liquidity grab. Same thing over here. Could apply over here as well. Or price could still hold the zone and then keep on going higher, fill the supply, come back to demand, and then continue buying. Okay, so we have two scenarios here, actually three. So as I said earlier, we could have a first initial tap. Okay, that would be our 15-minute swing low. Okay, we could have a pullback into an area of supply on the 15 or lower time. It all depends. It could be the 1 hour. But as of now, we'll be waiting for price to tap into the zone first. Now, we might have the tap. Price might hold. If price does hold the supply, price could potentially go deeper into the zone, into this guy, and possibly have a reaction off of this 4 hour refined zone and then take it higher. Or price could potentially go lower, take out this low. It's pretty possible, very very possible. Now, yeah, and also price could come into the zone, pull back into an area of supply on the lower time frame, tap into this guy, give us a change of character on the lower time frame again to realign and then take out this high. Okay, since we are still bullish, we just have to, we don't want to be on the wrong side of price. If price is on a trending market, we need to flow with the trend. As simple as that. So yeah, that's pretty much it on GJ. So I'll wait for initial tap. If we do hold and then we have a lower time frame supply and then we do fail, I'll wait for supply to demand flip. But if we do hold supply, I could maybe have positions and take it deeper into this zone. And if we do react off of this zone and then it does realign, we could look for some buys into this guy. Or if this guy doesn't hold, we could come into this guy right here, realign, and then take it higher. That's pretty much it on GBP JPY. And now let's go to XAU USD. Now on XAU, we have, give me 1 second, guys. Now on XAU, simple. XAU is a bit tricky. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I might probably leave XAU for now. So let's start with the daily time frame. Okay. Now we have GJ. I said GJ. I'm sorry. We have a weekly area of demand on gold, as you can see, and obviously gold is bullish. So hopefully, probably we might see higher prices off of this 4 hour area of demand. But now let's break it down real quick. Now we have this, price is bullish, so we had this daily time frame holding, price went up, pulled back down, and then we further broke this daily structure, as you can see. And ever since, price has not pulled back down into this guy, which is on the 2 day. which price could potentially do, come over here and then buy. But at the moment, when we go to the 4 hour time frame, okay, now we had this daily boss, okay, price pulled back down into this area of demand, which is this guy right here. Then we had the break to the upside. I mean, we didn't take out the high, so price could have potentially gone lower. So in a way, you still, I mean, it could have changed in trend, and or it could have taken out, which it actually did. It did take out the high. So we had this lower high, higher low, failing this guy, and price broke structure to the upside, giving us this 4 hour break of structure over here. Now, after price giving us this whole expansion, price left us this area of demand, which price is holding right now, and price could potentially rally up, take out the swing high, which is very, very possible. Now, this is a case where price is holding this daily area of supply, okay? And as you can see, we have the 4 hour change of character to the downside, a pullback into a 4 hour area of supply, and then we had a sell off to the downside. So now, this is a case where prices now prices fighting between supply and demand at this point. Okay, now since higher time frame is telling us that we bullish, and then price broke this 4 hour structure, which gave us this whole expansion, filled out this fair value gap, took out liquidity, tap into this zone, which is holding at the moment. Price could potentially go higher. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, since we have this daily supply, we had the 4 hour change, we had a pullback, we had a pull down, we had a pullback into this guy. We did tap into it, but this will still be a valid zone because this could be also a form of liquidity, which price could run into and then go back lower into this guy right here. Okay, so this could be the expansion and possibly maybe a pullback to go higher, which is really possible. Or price could still hold off of this guy and then keep on going higher. So let's see how market is going to open. If we do fail this, then we could look into maybe a new area of supply somewhere here, or even this extreme. That will be more valid, and then take it lower into this guy, or take it lower into this area of demand that we have over here, which could have we could have a reaction based on here, and then take it higher. So yeah, that's pretty much it on gold. And yeah, drop it in the chat what pairs you want me to look at, and yeah, I'll look at it real quick. So let's go to GBP. Now, now on XAU, simple. Uh, EU, okay. Euro USD, yeah. It's been a minute since I touched that pair. Okay. Euro USD. All right. Euro USD. Let's see. Okay. Now let's erase this whole zone. Okay. Euro USD. All right. Euro USD. Let's see. Okay. Now let's erase. All right. So on Euro USD is uh it's tricky right now. Okay. Now price tapped into this daily area of supply, as you can see, after price taking out inducement, price tapped into the zone, and then we rallied down. Okay, now um overall, yes, we bearish to the downside, so this is more of a pullback phase, and price could potentially go lower, come into this zone right here. Okay, because this is a sell, to buy. Let's look how the weekly is doing. Sorry. Now 2 day, 3 day. Let's see, 4 day. Okay. Now price could potentially come here and then go higher, but you don't want to be waiting that long, obviously. So this is a valid zone that price could come into. But now let's go to a bit lower time, a lower time frame over here. Now we have this low. Okay, we had a high, low, and ever since we had expansion. Okay, now we have this high, and then we had this low that was holding this area of demand. Uh, we have this area of demand on the daily, which I'll mark over here. So daily area of demand, and price ended up breaking to the upside. Okay, now at this point, daily is holding. This is a pullback phase, but this is an area of supply that price is holding right now. So what I'll be looking at is either price could potentially hold this sell to buy, okay? Because this is the last down push before the up move. Even though we did have the tap over here, price could still tap into the zone, probably deeply, maybe 50% off of the zone, and then keep on going higher and fill this supply, okay? However, since price took out liquidity, tap into this guy, and then came down, it could potentially keep on going lower. But let's see how price is going to do. But in my opinion, since this daily demand is holding, and then this is more of a pullback phase, at the same time could be a potentially changing trend. And then in a way we're still bullish on this price action, then this area of demand should hold. So what I'll be looking at is price probably coming deeply into the zone. Wait for a lower time frame confirmation and then take it back higher into this guy right here. And then yeah, that's pretty much it on Euro USD. That's how I see it. But price could okay tap into it, maybe pull back into this area of supply that we have over here, and price could go lower, which can also happen. And price could maybe potentially come into one of these zones over here or come into this zone over here, react from, and then keep on going higher, taking out the swing high. So that's pretty much it on EU. So yeah, more pair. I'll do one or two more pairs and then I'll be done. Okay, US oil. US oil. Okay. US oil. Let's see. US oil. Crude oil. This for US. This for the UK. Okay, bet. Hiya, yeah. What is this? Now, US oil. Let's go to the weekly. Okay. Damn, this is choppy. US oil. So, let's see. Weekly time frame, US oil should be okay. So we had this low taken, and price ended up taking this high, and then further broke. Price pulled back down, okay. And we are in. Let me see how the monthly is looking. Okay, weekly. Hold on. Yeah, it's a bit hard to read. I ain't gonna lie. So I will mark this. Okay, so we have prices still holding based on this area of demand. Obviously, we had this tap, price rallied, price came back down again, had the secondary tap. So this could be maybe a refined zone on this guy. That price is holding right now and potentially go higher. Let me see how the daily is looking. So daily, we had the first tap, came up. We had the secondary tap. I mean, I mean, price tapped into it like 3 times already. So this could be a sweep, okay? And now, since we have this sweep, we'll be working within this high and then this low right here. And then we have this area of supply, which is the last buy to sell move, taking out this liquidity, which price tapped into the zone, and price is trading higher. So it's either price could potentially come all the way back up here, okay? We could have the initial tap and potentially go lower, but if prices to fail this supply, we could have an area of demand that we could work with on the lower time frame. It could be on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, and then we could take it higher, taking out this daily high. Okay, since we are still holding this area of demand on a higher time frame, and then we are still bullish. Okay, so what I'll be waiting for is price failing this supply. Okay, come into an area of demand on the 4 hour, 1 hour, or even on a daily, and wait for the initial tap and wait for maybe a lower time frame confirmation. But if you're more of an aggressive trader, you could go with a buy limit off of maybe a daily, a 1 hour or 30 minute or 4 hour zone, and then you could take it higher into this guy. But however, if this guy holds, you could potentially look for this low to be taken and probably see lower prices to the downside to completely fail this area of demand. So yeah, that's my view on US oil at the moment. So yeah, uh I could do one more pair and then that's pretty much it. Anyone? USD CHF. Okay. USD CHF. USD CHF. Okay, high time frame. Yeah. Why are you trading this, man? USD CHF. Okay. This is not nice at all. I ain't gonna lie. This is not nice, but okay. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Now, I see this area of demand that price is holding right now. So, okay, let me mark it all the way to the wick and let me draw it through. Okay. Now, let's see how price is doing right now. Okay, so USD CHF could potentially go lower, could potentially take out this low. Reason being is because let's look at the structure. Okay, so now we have this low, we have this high, uh we have, okay, the price didn't break this. Okay, so we have, okay, this low, we have this high, we have this low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, because this is the last, okay, this is the last high that price put in to break this structure. So price has to potentially do this to take out the high to continue. But however, since this is more of a pullback and price is going lower, okay, so now we have this pullback phase. So this will be our high, this is our low, lower high, failing to take out this high right here, and price is going lower. So price should potentially go lower to take out this guy. That's how I see it. But at the same time, okay, we can still hold off of this area of demand, possibly, because we had the initial tap, we had the rally up, price came back down, and price could also induce this guy, tap into the zone properly, realign, and then you could buy. Okay, you could potentially target this, or you could potentially target this, but this is more of a swing perspective at the moment. But as of right now, when we go to the 4 hour time frame, To look for trades at this point should be okay. So for our time frame, we have this low, we have this high, we have this low, we have a pullback into, I don't know what price pulled back into, but after price giving us this lower high, we had a low, okay, tapping into the zone. Now, in terms of this, we have this buy to sell, which price is holding right now. We have liquidity sitting right here, which price did take, tapping into the zone, and then price rallied up. And at the moment, price is holding supply. So, as I said, since higher time frame is aligning bearish, then this whole guy right here should be liquidity that has to be taken, and this could be a potential target that you could be targeting. So at this point, you could look for sells into this guy and probably come deeply into the zone, and then if it does realign, you could buy again, fill in this supply, and price could pull back down into an area of demand as price goes on, and keep on buying. So at this point, yeah, as of right now, price is still bearish, so you could still look for sales based on this. But what, in my opinion, what you should be waiting for is maybe a sweep again to the upside, okay, and then realign on the lower time frame to take it lower again, because this is a pullback phase, okay, and now this pullback we have a high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Price could react off of this and then keep on going higher, which is very, very possible. So yeah, and at the same time too, you could mark this area of demand to see how it's going to react, and if it does align, you could take it higher into the zone, and if this zone is still holding, you could wait for another change to take it lower, to take out this low right here, and if it does realign on the lower time frame, you could take it back high. So you have different types of scenarios based on USD CHF, and then yeah, I hope this helps, and yeah, I'll do one more pair, and then that'll be it. For sure, for sure. I'll do one more pair and then we should call it a day. I'll do one more. US 30, USD CAD. Okay. US 30 currency. Okay. US 30. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, I actually did an analysis over here. Okay. I didn't even know. Um, so I will erase all of this, and I will erase this guy, and I will erase, okay, let me erase everything. Okay, the Dow Jones. All right, all right, all right. Dow Jones is, yeah, Dow Jones is tricky. I'm not gonna lie to you. So daily time frame, we are, in terms of trend, we are still bullish. Okay, now price is holding this sell to buy, sell move to buy, which is this guy right here. We had that tap, and obviously after having that tap, we took out this high. Okay, after price taking out the high, we had a pull down, we had a pull up, failing this guy right here. and then we had another break. Okay, now after having that break, we had this area of supply that we are working with, which I can mark. So let's mark this whole zone right here. We'll be marking it as a weekly zone, and the price tapping into the zone, as you can see, we have the reaction right at the moment. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, and let's see if we could do a refinement. Okay, in terms of this, we're going to leave it like this because this is choppy, but you could have refined it to this guy right here. Okay, you could refine it to this, since we have this is more of a refined 4-hour zone, and price broke structure to the downside. Okay, now after price breaking structure, okay, we had this structure being broken, we had a pull up into this area of supply, which is this guy right here, and then we had this low. Okay, so we had this low that failed to take out this low, and now price is rallying up, and as you can see, we broke structure. And when we go to the 1 hour, let's see if we have an area of demand. Okay, price has not tapped into it yet. Now, since we have this break, so same thing over here. Let me show you real quick. Now let me take price a little bit back. Now another supply to demand zone, which I'll show you right over here. Now we have the supply that broke structure. Okay, broke structure, yet to take out this low, since price tapped into a higher time frame zone. Yes, this is a valid zone that you could sell from, wait for a confirmation on a lower time frame, and then take it lower, taking out this low. But look at what price did. Okay, price took out, filled the supply, and boom, supply, filled supply, demand, and then boom. Okay, now at this point, okay, oh sorry, at this point, yes, price could potentially reverse off of this area of demand. Okay, which is on the 1 hour, and then you could look for another sweep to the downside, wait for the change, and then take it higher, taking out this high, or take out, or possibly target this area of supply. Or when we go back to the 4 hour, this could be also a form of inducement, which will be this guy right here. Okay, tap into this extreme zone, which we have the sell to buy, fill in this supply, take out this low. Okay, come deeply into this guy, wait for the realignment, and then take it higher into one of these zones over here. And obviously all of these guys right here is going to be liquidity. So that's pretty much it on what I'm seeing on US 30. So as I said, we have this high, we took out this low, we have our new low, we have our lower high holding this area of supply. Price gave us the low, failing this guy, failing this low right here. Price ended up, and then we had this supply that price could potentially take out this low. Price ended up rallying up, failing this supply. Price held demand. Okay, we had an extra push, which was giving us an inducement for the early buyers. I mean, if you're able to catch this and then you're targeting this supply, then you should be good. That would be like at least, 100 to 300 points, which is not bad on US 30. And yeah, you could have taken profits over here, or you could have taken profits on the high. But this is a case where now this point is more of an inducement into this area of demand, since this is the last sell to buy, filling this supply and breaking structure, giving us a change of character. So yeah, that's pretty much it on US 30. And yeah, I hope I hope that helps. I hope you understood where I came from, and I'll do one more pen. That's pretty much it, man. USD CAD. I hope you understood the US 30. Okay, good. USD CAD, okay, last pair, and then that'll be pretty much it. Uh, Drawings off, and let's start with the top-down approach. Okay, USD CAD, yes, we have okay, so in terms of this price action we have over here, yes, USD CAD is bullish, which we had obviously an area of demand that price was holding. We had the first tap, we had a rally up, failed to take out this high. Price came back down, took out this guy, and price is rallying up. So we are still bullish on USD CAD. So we will look to counter trend USD CAD. Now, in terms of this whole leg, so we have this whole leg right here, and since we bullish, we don't really care much about this area of supply, which will be taken out in the future. And as of right now, we have this sell to buy tapping into this guy right here, and price has not tapped into the zone yet. Okay, which you want to wait for price to come here and then wait for look for some buys, since we have liquidity sitting right here, which is more of a trend line liquidity um, at this point. And yeah, now since we have this area of demand, it doesn't mean we still can't look for sales, or we can still look for an opportunity. So let's go to the daily time frame to see what price is telling us. Okay, so daily we have, okay, we had the high and low. We've not tapped into our zone yet. We had a high, tapping into this for our supply, I mean daily supply, sorry. We had the pull down, failing to take out this low right here. So this is more of a refined demand, but I will not mark it like that. I'll just mark it as a low and a high. So we have this low that price didn't take. Price ended up rallying up, filling this supply right here. Price pulled back down into this area of demand. Okay, so I'll mark this as a daily demand, and as you can see, price broke structure, which is this guy right here. Okay, price pulled back down into this area of demand, and at this point, let's see if we could have a potential trade. So okay, so we had the break, so we had the low, break, pull back down, failed to take out this low. Okay, so we had the pull back down, we had the rally up. So we had, probably it was a change of character on the lower time frame on the 15, but we're going to mark this as a break. Okay, we had the pullback into this demand right here. So this is also an area of demand if you didn't know. Let's see how the 1 hour is looking. Yep, as I said, we are holding this area of demand, okay, at this point, and price did break this structure. Okay, price pulled back down into this fair value gap. Price, so we had another pull down, okay, and we had another pull up, and this is a case where price failed to take out this high. Okay, so now what should we do then? Since price failed to take out this high, so we had a lower high, then we had a low breaking this guy right here, and then we had this high. Okay, now price is holding this area of supply over here, okay, at this point. And when we go to the 15-minute time frame, we have the initial tap, we had the, okay, this is more of a low, we had a lower high, and then we had the break. Okay, so now since we have this break, then we should pull up into a premium price. So what I'll be looking at is either price coming into this area of supply, that price could potentially come, or price could come into this candle right here. So whichever way we want to see a pull up into this area of supply, wait for a lower time frame confirmation on maybe on the 1 minute um, if you're a lower time frame trader, or you could wait for the pull up into this extreme. If this fails, because this could be also a form of inducement into this area of supply, and then you could look for some shorts into this zone to take it lower into maybe this area of demand, or we could take out this low right here, which is also a weak low, as you can see. But at the same time, okay, this is where it gets tricky too as well. 15-minute is holding this area of demand as well, okay? That is putting out this high, breaking this structure, okay? Now, in a way, this is more of a pullback phase. And price could potentially, now let's go to the higher time frame. Price could potentially react off of this guy and then go higher, okay? Which is which could happen, like, it could literally happen, because since this higher time frame zone is holding, pull back down into this guy, we had a pull up, okay? We didn't take out this high. That's why it's a bit iffy about this area of demand, okay? And then we had this pull down, we had this pull up, still not holding this area, this high over here. So price could potentially keep on going lower. Or if this holds, okay, you could wait for confirmation. If this holds, and then you could target this high right here. But as of now, I think, in my opinion, I will be waiting for a confirmation based on this, okay, and see how price is going to react off, and then you could take it higher into this guy. That will make more sense than these sells, because this could be a trap, and then this could be a form of liquidity, and then, I mean, this whole trend line over here could be a form of liquidity and take out this high to give us a potential higher high. So yeah, USD CAD, I think you should be looking for buys off of this zone over here. And if it doesn't hold, you could look also off of this guy over here as well. So yeah, let's see how that also plays out. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have I hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown. This is my first live, and I'll keep on doing it every week. And obviously, since it's my first live, I'm not gonna be having a lot of views, which is fine, because I mean, it is what it is. This is my first one, and I'll keep on doing it frequently. And I might probably have like a public what do you call it? A public Zoom call that I'll be adding people into the Zoom, and then we could be communicating through Zoom, and then we'll still be trading live. I mean, I say trading live. We'll still be analyzing the charts together, and then yeah, we could see what price could potentially do for the upcoming week, and then yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So if you guys enjoy, please give it a like, subscribe, and then I have my socials down in the description, and give me a follow. You could add me on Snapchat as well, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And yes, I'm actually mentorship will be coming out very soon, possibly maybe at the end of the month, or maybe first week of June. It all depends, or maybe midweek if everything is sorted out. But at the moment, yeah, I have a mentorship coming out. It's not a course, it's more of helping traders, helping people that are struggling in terms of this type of trading. Um, yes, helping them out, doing one-on-one calls, in terms of psychology, everything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys in the next Zoom. I mean, in the next YouTube live. And I hope I see a lot of people, because this literally, I thought about this um, literally yesterday. I was like, you know what? Let me just go live and see how this is. And obviously, when I was starting off, I had some technical issues with the setup and everything. And now, since I've seen everything, and now everything is on point now, the next live will be much, will be much easier, and then everything will kick off at the same time. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Give it a like, subscribe, and then I'll see you guys in the next live. Peace. And also, yeah, give me a follow on Instagram as well. So, yeah.